Whoa, Wazam. Let's check this out. Y'all know how it is in the beginning. We live, you dig? I've been wanting to do this video. You can't even imagine how long I wanted to do this video. But then I started not feeling like I had the energy, not feeling good, and this, that, and the third, y'all. But we finna go completely in on Tamika Mallory, bro. Cause it's a shame, y'all. It really is. I'm tired of these people. People be thinking that this personal too, Oh, he hating, the regular little simple things, y'all. The regular simple things just to keep themselves distracted. You understand? He hating, cut it off. Just because they hear Tamika name. You understand? And know one thing, when you come here, you're gonna get it like you ain't never got it before, goddamn it. We're gonna break the shit all the way down. And we might as well just jump right on into it, y'all. I don't like waiting around and things. Let's hop right on into it.
What's the next? As it relates, I got to keep white people comfortable enough to approve my So,
And before we start with the video, I want to tell y'all that this is the brother King Cam. This is his footage. You understand what I'm saying? Go check out his interview with Tamika Mallory so you can hear it straight through. But y'all know we about to break this down block by block. So let's listen.
That's you. Take off now.
What was the next? Oh, I do want to make sure I touch this point because it's probably the most important when you talk about, us getting more involved in politics. And I think everything that Dr. Umar Johnson just said leads right back to what you said in terms of us having people with real political courage and power to get in office. But if we don't fund them, if we do not put our resources behind these individuals, they could send you and me.
Let's stop right there. They need funding, y'all. You hear that? Think about this, people. Don't we pay our politicians through taxes? Don't we pay for community centers through taxes? Don't we pay for our communities to have functioning water systems through taxes, y'all? Don't we pay for better seats, better buses through taxes? Why is Tamika Mallory sitting up here saying they need more funding? More funding, y'all. So I want y'all to understand what she's saying right now. So let's back up, you dig? She's saying that black people need to fund their politicians as if our tax dollars are not already doing that, y'all. Pay attention.
Right? To Congress get in office. But if we don't fund them, if we do not put our resources behind these individuals, they could send you and me, right, to Congress tomorrow. And we're pretty strong on the issues. They can send the two of us, but if we don't have the resources that we need when we get there, we're going to end up becoming a part of the very system that we're fighting against, right?
You hear that? If they don't have the resources that they need, they're going to become a part of the very system that you sent them to fight against. You understand that? Because what's that telling you? That them forces that you sent them to fight against is going to put some money in their pocket. They're going to fund them. They're going to become a part of the Democratic establishment or the Republican establishment. Remember, that's the people who going to fund them on the low. So what's she doing right now, y'all? She telling us that we not funding them. She want us to become lobbyists to have her support. And political officials that we already paid to do a job. We got to give them extra funding, y'all. She said if you send her and the brother King Cam up there, you dig, that even they would turn into the forces that they were supposed to be fighting against. Did you hear? Let's listen again.
But if we don't have the resources that we need when we get there, we're going to end up becoming a part of the very system that we're fighting against, right?
Wow.
And I know this because I've seen it happen with a number of people who have gone into office and have been really good people with great ideas that are sucked into the idea that to his point, they are often challenged with political expediency.
I'm going to stop it right there. You heard her? She said good people go up in there. They willing to fight for black people. They go in there ready, you dig? But then they get met with political expediency, y'all. Political expediency. You know what that mean? Political persuasion, y'all. The politician becomes more susceptible to do what's going to help them politically. So look, if I vote this way with the Republicans, y'all, then later on they're going to wash my hands on the side. Y'all see what I'm saying here? Y'all see what these people saying? She's saying we send them to office and they go and get funded by Democrats or Republicans, and then they begin to waver. They forget about us because we not funding them. We not lobbyists, y'all. She said if they don't have the resources, what resources? We already had you elected, right? What resources do you need? We already pay our tax dollars to send you to the White House, right? Don't we pay all of your resources already? So what is this extra funding? Black people, we now have to become lobbyists, is what Tamika Mallory is saying, y'all. But let's continue. Let's continue, y'all.
And that's why most people, because I won't run for office, because I understand that that's not where my voice is needed more on the outside, right? And
needed more on the outside for who? Because it make you wonder who funding her, but we gonna get to that later. Let's take a pause to say you are witnessing the Rebel Network. Shout out to Corey Harrington and Delisha Divine. Corey, you stay up in here early, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to Delisha Divine too. You already know the continued support. But let's continue. Oh, Greg Mack, you dig, with the platinum painting. Y'all already know who that is. He always supporting the channel. Constantly, goddamn it. But let's keep tearing into Tamika Mallory, because you know when you come to Block Talk News, you're gonna get it broken down like you have never gotten it broken down before, y'all. But she already exposed herself, y'all. She said they don't care who you send to the White House. If they go up there and you ain't funding them, giving them extra money on top of the taxes you pay, then they not gonna be supporting black people. That's what she just not said. She said they get met with political expediency, which means they doing what's best for them politically. And if the Democrats is breaking me off, then I'm gonna do what the Democrats want, because it's what's best for me politically. You understand? They own political aspirations come into play. You did. Let's continue, because you know I'm gonna drive the point. You know I'm gonna drive the point.
I'm not going to become an elected official that has to negotiate what I believe in and try to willy-nilly to get a budget so that I can pass anything in my community and open community centers and do other things that I want to do. I know that that power is in the 1.4.
You heard that before she talk about the $1.4 trillion that black people have in spending power. We gonna get to that, y'all. She says she won't even become an elected official. Okay, Tamika Mallory is right now an organizer. Why would she not want to become an elected official to where she have actual power to make change? You know why? She just not told us. She don't want to have to negotiate what she believe in, which is telling y'all that all of them little Cory Bushes out there and all of the little political black pundits you see out there, they only doing what's best for them politically, and they bending all of their morals, negotiating what they believe in. You understand? You understand what this woman's saying? Negotiating what they believe in just to accomplish small goals. Because when the last time they accomplished anything? But let's continue, y'all. Now she about to talk about the money that's in your pocket. She ain't gonna talk about the tax dollars you already paid to send these officials to the White House, to send them to the Senate, to send them to Congress, or to elect them to become mayor or governor. She ain't talking about none of that. Let's continue, y'all.
$1 trillion that we have in our hands, but we don't necessarily use, and we don't necessarily understand the importance of us making sure that we keep our elected officials, our media, and our organizers independent from the overall system.
You heard that? She said organizers, media, and your politicians. You got to pay them to keep them separate from everybody else. See, that's how you become a lobbyist. When the what they call big tobacco, y'all, they'll send them up there. Look, pay these people to vote this away, get other people on board, swing this our way. That's what she talking about, political expediency. Then one lobbyist go to the next congressman or senator and say, hey, you think you could get Bill on board with this project? It's a lot of elbow grease in it for him if he does, Y'all know how it go down. We not stupid out here, but we gonna break it down because she wants you to come out of your 1.4 trillion to give them extra money so that they don't sell out. We gotta pay them not to sell out, y'all. That's what she telling you. Yeah, we need the funding and the resources. What more do you need? And when it comes down to organizers, we already know who funding you. You said you at the will of whoever funding you, the media, the politicians, and organizers. So who funding Tamika Mallory right now, y'all? The government. The government funds Tamika Mallory. So how could she possibly have black interests at the number one as the number one issue on her agenda? You understand me? Black people are not number one on her agenda. She gonna do exactly what the Democrats tell her to do when they tell her to do it, because that's who funding her. Let's continue before I go to digress.
That does not mean that you can't work with certain folks. It does not mean that you can't have relationships and use the resources of the broader world in order to be able to do the things.
Wow. You heard what she said? Shout out to Delisha Divine for the $4.99, boy. Shout out, you dig? And shout out to Tay Boy for coming through. Thanks for the lights as well. Do you hear what this woman just said, y'all? Do you hear what she just not said, bro? I'm gonna repeat it because I don't want y'all to have the wrong message.
That you can't work with certain folks. It does not mean that you can't have relationships and use the resources of the broader world in order to be able to do.
She telling you once you pay her to stick by your side as a black person, once we pay her, you know, once we become lobbyists outside of paying our tax dollars for these officials, paying our tax dollars to fund projects that fund her little organizations like the Women's March or whatever. After you pay all of that, you got to give her more money, lobbyist money. And after that, y'all, you can't tell her who she could work with, she said. That don't mean you could tell us who we could have a relationship with. That don't mean you could tell me who I could work with. Y'all know what? It's a reason why she's saying that. Let's continue. I don't want to spoil it.
The things you want to do.
Let's repeat that so y'all get that.
And we don't necessarily understand the importance of us making sure that we keep our elected officials, our media, and our organizers independent from the overall system. That does not mean that you can't work with certain folks. It does not mean that you can't have relationships and use the resources of the broader world in order to be able to do the things you want to do.
You heard that? Just to make sure y'all heard that clear. After you pay her all of this money, after your tax dollars and money out of your 1.4 trillion in spending power black people have, you can't tell her what to do, y'all. She said you can't. That don't mean that she can't work with whoever she want to work with. So I paid you to go down there and fight against white supremacy, but I can't tell you not to have a relationship with them. I can't tell you not to work with them, because they are here directly for my demolishment, goddammit. These people are out for the destruction of black people, but I can't tell you not to work with them and not to have a relationship with them after we came out of our pockets, the 1.4 trillion. Y'all, we gotta get rid of these people, bro. And you know why she said that? My bad. You know how you I'm thinking so much right now. You know why she said that? Because she don't want you to tell her not to work with Cadillac, y'all. Y'all saw on that commercial, the Cadillac commercial and thing? You know why she don't want you to tell her that? Because of the Nazis, bro. That's who Cadillac is. That's who Cadillac is, and that's who you did a commercial for. I don't care if it was a third-party situation or not. You work with Nazi collaborators, but don't want nobody to tell you who to work with and who to have a relationship with. Listen to this. Listen to this about Ford and Cadillac in them. You did?
Not controlled by.
Listen.
In 1931, the rising German political figure Adolf Hitler gave an interview to a Detroit News reporter who noticed that Hitler had a large portrait of Henry Ford in his office. Hitler said, "I regard Henry Ford as my inspiration." Hitler also wrote about Ford in his racist screed Mein Kampf, saying that Ford was the only person in America not controlled by Jews. Only a single great man, Ford, to their fury, still maintains full independence. In 1938, 4 months after Hitler annexed Austria, Henry Ford accepted the highest medal Germany could give a foreigner in honor of his service to the Reich. Under Ford, the Ford Motor Company continued doing business with Nazi Germany throughout the war, with their European factories helping build the engines of war the Nazis used to fight American soldiers.
You hear that? You hear that? Ford Cadillac, y'all. They helped build the engines of the planes and tanks that killed American soldiers. Nazis. Ford Cadillac, he was so much of a Nazi collaborator, y'all, that they gave him a medal, y'all. That's why Tamika don't want you to tell her who to work with after you done came out your pocket with the 1.4 trillion, because they need more resources. You know, your tax dollars ain't enough, man. She don't want you to tell her not to work with Nazi collaborators. Thanks for the light. You dig? That's what she don't want you to tell her, though. Get the hell out of here, bro. But these people, y'all thinking that it's personal or whatever. Man, this ain't personal. This is business. These people need to be exposed. This ain't nobody just on here talking bad about them and this, that, and the third. These people have to be documented, bro. We remember your treacherous acts. This the internet. This is forever. Let's continue.
But if that is what you rely on, I wrote the word reliance. If that is your main source of income and it is not based upon you being funded by your own people, that's where the issues come in. And when we start to, or people start to waver on what you believe, they were about when you sent them to office. So I just wanted to make sure.
You see that? Like this stuff, they expose themselves. So I don't know why why you so mad at me? They doing this themselves. You heard what she said? When black people don't fund these people that they send to Washington, these people begin to waver. They begin to waver on what you sent them there to do. She just said that it ain't me. It's not me. All I do is bring it to you. I give you the news with a twist. It's just my Block Talk point of views. Come on, man. And these people been operating out New York pretty heavy. They got their Charlemagne's and all of them. They got a little hub in New York. I don't know. Boy, it got to be hard being black out there in New York, bro. With all of these undercover agents, boy. I swear, like, press play.
That we make that point. Now,
let me let y'all hear that again.
And it is not based upon you being funded by your own people. That's where the issues come in, and when we start to, or people start to waver on what you believe, they were about when you sent them to office. So I just want to make sure that we make that point.
She said it, not me. Let's continue. You are witnessing the Rebel Network.
Now, I think that Dr. Umar said so many things that are so powerful. I mean, he really just told the truth. And the reality of it is that we never thought for 1 minute that Joe Biden or any other 70-year-old white man was going to become president and change black people's conditions.
Did you hear that? The woman said she never thought that Joe Biden was going to come in and change the conditions of black people, y'all. Not for 1 second. So tell me, y'all, why was they parading around telling black people to vote for this man if they knew he was going to do nothing? It was her, y'all. This ain't me cursing her out. I ain't calling her nothing bad. I ain't disrespecting females or whatever excuse you have. I ain't calling nobody a hater. I ain't talking about nobody money or nothing like that. Whatever type of way you might find a way to distract yourself to go back to sleep. None of that is happening. What's happening is that this woman is telling y'all the absolute truth to your face. She never thought that these people was going to do anything, but she went on tour lying to black people across the nation, y'all, across the nation saying, vote for Kamala, vote for Biden, vote for him. She was even saying that they going to do something, y'all. Y'all got to give them a chance. Remember all of that? Come on, bro. But now she never thought for a second that an old white man. No, he not an old white man. See how she trying to infantize him now? Oh, he a baby bird now. Nobody ever thought that baby bird Biden was going to do nothing. Nah, he ain't no old man. He Joe Biden, the one you elected. The one you helped get elected, who's sitting up here ignoring black people while making sure everybody's straight on the border, making sure all the Asians get their COVID bills, and making sure you the anti-authority thug. But you went out there and voted, huh? Let's continue, because now you know I'm warmed up.
We understand that even Joe Biden and others may be finding out how much power they don't have.
Do you hear that? Now she in the business of making excuses for Joe Biden. The woman just now said, maybe Joe Biden is finding out the power that he don't have. Ain't that the same crap they ran on you with Obama? Obama finding out he can't really do nothing because the House and the Senate and all of that crap they said last time. And now here we is, Joe Biden, president of the United States of America, the most powerful position on a planet. You understand me? The most powerful position on the planet, and he realizing how much power he don't have when it come to black people, huh? Not when it come to Asian people, and he got number power in the world. Y'all saw him the other day. Yep, this is a bipartisan thing. Yep, Republicans and Democrats. This bipartisan out here. Oh, he ain't find out the power he don't have that day, huh? Or when he made sure the Latinos were straight at the border and all of this, huh? Opening the gates and everything, huh? But when it come to you, I'm finding out all the power I don't have. She giving all the excuses in the world for the people who fund her. Remember? The Democrats fund her. We don't. She letting us know that we need to become lobbyists to keep people like her in our pocket, to stop them from wavering, aka trading on us. Boy, let's continue.
Over the systems that they think they're in control of, right?
He don't got no power.
There are others who have way more power.
Ooh.
In terms of, first of all,
she said it's others who have way more power than Joe Biden. Let's find out who these people are who have way more power than the president of the United States, y'all. Let's find out.
In my judgment, Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and others like that have much more power than Joe Biden, right?
Wow, y'all. Do y'all know that Republicans are the minority right now? But the evil Republicans, they have much more power. You hear that? Because she's trying to keep you in that little political net, thinking that a Democrat or a Republican gonna save your life when it ain't nothing but a two-party dictatorship, as I tell y'all all the time. The right wing of white supremacy, the left wing of white supremacy. Shout out to Gigi and Jay Walker, you dig? Shout out to y'all, bro. Let's continue, bro. These people is really sick. You understand me? Let's continue, man. Don't get caught up in this political crap talking about. So the Republicans have so much power, and Joe Biden, the infant old Joe Biden, don't have too much power. He finding out he ain't got as much power as minority leaders. The hell? Get the hell out of here. But that's how dumb she think you is, the viewer. The people who still support her and go to her for political advice. That's how dumb she think you is.
And the majority whip is very powerful.
They're not the majority.
It is extremely powerful. And by the way, even Nancy Pelosi is quite powerful, yet she is not anywhere near radical on our issues or even close to our issue.
She said, Nancy Pelosi, she powerful, but she ain't as radical on our issues. She is nowhere near close to our issues. You right, she not. She's so far away from our issues, it's like our issues aren't even there, huh? We don't even hear from Nancy Pelosi. Who is that, huh? That's how far away she is from our problems, you loser. You're just not told on her. Yeah, she is pretty far away when it comes to black issues. I don't see her popping out like she did for Obama when they turned the White House rainbow colors. I don't see her saying, you know what, this is injustice right here. I don't see her. She is far away. You finally told the truth, Tamika. Your funding begging. Man, let's continue.
So the people who have the power are pretty much white men, a few women, but basically white men who lean so far away from what it is that we actually need in order to find justice and equity for our people. And so I do believe that it's about running for office, funding our candidates.
You heard her? She just not told us, I do believe it's about running for office and funding our candidates. She just not told us earlier that she wouldn't even run for office because everybody got to bend in what they believe in just to get anything done. But now you support people running for office, knowing that you only electing people who gonna bend and waver on your issues. That's what we doing now. Oh, we gonna support the people, but we just gotta know that they gonna bend and wave on our issues if we don't become lobbyists and give them extra funding outside of our tax dollars that fund them anyway, or giving them our vote to elect them anyway. You see how much sense that makes?
But I also believe that what we've been saying from the beginning, Brother Cam, and I think this is probably the most important point that I can give in terms of where I stand, is that there is going to be a fight, and we cannot take our feet off the gas because we got a different president. That was never our strategy. We knew.
Let's start right there. She said we can't take our feet off the gas because we have a new president. Y'all, before this election, what was we telling them? We can't take our feet off the gas just because they have a new bad guy, just because they on the news talking about how evil Trump is. Oh, he's evil. Remember, we were saying, don't take your foot off the gas. Don't play the game with them. Don't say, oh, we're just going to vote for Biden blindly because we're so frightened of Trump. Black people, the number one consumer of gangster rap and all of that, shoot him in the head, stomp him. Oh, you scared now, huh? They done frightened you into voting for what his name is, Joe Biden. But before that, we was telling you, oh, don't lighten up on the gas just because they saying that he racist. No, show them, you dig? Don't take your foot off the pedal. Show them in your absence at the polls. That way that night, you dig? They be saying, Black people did not show up to vote. We was telling you, don't take your feet off the gas. Make that pop off. But what you said, no, vote for him. Let's go make stuff happen. Now you want to elect this clown and talking about don't take your feet off the gas. When have you ever even put your feet on the gas? Right now, you just made an excuse for the clown talking about how old he is. And then you say, he finding out how much power he don't have. And other than that, just to recap everything up for anybody who just got here, the only thing this woman talked about is begging for extra funding because you pay people like her with your tax dollars. Whatever programs that jump off, you pay for that through your tax dollars that the government give to her. You understand me? Them little marches and all of that crap, because only thing she known for is the Women's March and supporting Black Lives Matter, which we know is a group that's not even for Black people. We all know that Eric Mann created that group. The dude even went as far as to say that, oh, I found this angry lesbian, talking about Patrice Cullors, y'all. Said, I found this angry lesbian. Yeah, we're going to do some wonders with her. Like she's some type of specimen. They said, oh, he filled her up with all of his political ideas like she a specimen. And she don't even have the brains to go back and read articles like that. But I did. So don't think somebody, when I come here saying that this Block Talk News, this Block Talk News, this ain't just somebody talking. This is the news. This is a voice, goddammit. The voice of the voiceless, if you ask me. So don't just think somebody talking, because everybody have an agenda. Everybody play a role in disrupting the equilibrium of the perceived reality. I am media. And you know why I'm media? Because I say I'm media. We also have soldiers, people who actually go out there and do the footwork. That's your job. That's your calling. You have people who actually political, this, that, and the third. That's your calling. Economic, business-minded brothers. That's your calling. Don't never undermine what you do, goddamn. I'm just talking. I ain't talking. I don't just talk for free. I'm just talking. I'm talking because I'm trying to change the way you think, goddamn it. I remember the Titans. Change the way you eat. Change the way we tackle. You understand me? We will be perfect at every aspect of the game. But let's continue, man.
That Donald Trump was destabilizing this country more than what we could handle.
more than what we could handle. He was destabilizing the country more than what we could handle. We black people, I don't know what you can handle, but we done been through it all, and it was pretty calm to me while he was here. Instead of Joe Biden, who actually put laws on the damn books. He never put no laws to directly attack us. You just scared of the bigotry that they told you to be afraid of. He destabilizing the country. No, he not. He giving you exactly what you need, goddammit. A dose of reality that you live under a dictatorship of white supremacists, goddammit, which you still running from while making excuses for them and begging us for funding. Come on, y'all.
Already, in my judgment, and I understand that there are some people who believe that we needed it, that we needed a Donald Trump, and I think that is true.
It's true
to some degree. I think it was important that Donald Trump became president for at least those 4 years, so that the world could see just how rotten to the core this nation is. I totally see that. But when I see a pandemic that comes and hits all of us, the entire world, right? And America being the leaders, because we are ultimately, what America is doing, the rest of the world to a large degree follows. And the way in which he approached dealing with the pandemic, and I'm not talking vaccines, I'm just talking about the fact that when the pandemic first hit, he did not even want to acknowledge that people were literally dying and that there was something that could kill our people. And rest in paradise to our brother Hafiz, who I love dearly.
Let's just stop right there. Did y'all hear what she just not said? Out of all the murders, y'all, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Sean Bell, Oscar Grant, and go even further back to Emmett Till, out of everything, y'all, she said it was COVID. His response to COVID was what just sent her out of whack. For real, that's what did it for you? Not people just being murdered in the street and the victims just being left for dead, cold-blooded. That ain't what did it for you. Somebody putting a knee on somebody's neck and murdering them on camera, that ain't what did it for you. Somebody busting through Breonna Taylor's house, just shooting all through the window, that ain't do it. It was his response to COVID. That was frightening because the world, do y'all hear these? This is your leader? Because I already done told you, ain't nothing you could do. You can't say I'm hating or I'm attacking a female or whatever you might want to use to keep you sleep. Oh, he mad because she got money. Oh, you mad because she with Cadillac and all of that. If you that stupid to have that anywhere near your brain, please step away from here. You are not wanted. I don't like you. I despise your life. Let's continue.
Who perished as a result of COVID-19, and we know so many others who have been impacted.
COVID.
It was that. It was, and whether or not
Democratic talking point
that there should be an executive order for the Asian community, I think we all agree that there should be. We just want.
Look. Oh, we all agree that the Asians should get that. We just want the same treatment, begging. We just want the same thing. Can we all just? But when we ask them for anything, what they tell us, you got to include the Asians now. You got to include the Latinos. We want to talk about everybody, but look at her with the Asians. Oh, the Asians could get that. We all agree. And we just want the same thing. Let me repeat it for y'all. This your leader? Somebody who just begging for the same thing, man. I agree with y'all. They can have it, y'all. They can take it. Oh, we all agree. The hell out of here.
Hafiz, who I love dearly.
Listen to him. Thank you for the light.
As a result of COVID-19, and we know so many others who have been impacted.
Listen.
It was that. It was, and whether or not you agree that there should be an executive order for the Asian community, I think we all agree that there should be. We just want, again, the same for the Black community. That's all we want. We're not saying don't do it over here. We're saying just do it for the Black community as well. We know that the reason why the Asian community is being targeted is because of the rhetoric that came from the Oval Office and from that podium in the White House.
That's not why Asians being attacked, people. See, they use anything to frighten you, anything to keep you in their little political system. It was Trump that made this happen to them Asians. And you know what she slick side ratting, trying to say Trump was doing that. He went to talking about them Asians and made the Black people mad to attack them, which we all know, y'all. that black people not attacking Asians like that. Like they starting to not even talk about it no more because they know it's a lie. It's proof that it's a lie. It's proof, y'all. You are witnessing the Rebel Network, bro. But with us, look, I agree, everything cool. Yeah, please, bro. Please. Get the hell out of here.
We saw the language that was being used to target Trump, the Mexican community, to target Black folks, and so many. He was not, in my judgment, somebody that should continue to be president of the United States. But it did not mean that I was happy with the choices that we had. You brought up Ice Cube earlier, and there is this somewhere along the way, this idea that I was not with Ice Cube or that I didn't support what he was saying. I don't know where that came from. I think it probably is because
that's the number one place.
I made a statement on the Breakfast Club that was critical of one thing, and we'll talk about that. But it was not his conversation with him. Timing matters. Timing matters.
See? She want everybody to wait. Timing matters, y'all. We got to make sure that they vote first. This is what she told Ice Cube and Puff Daddy or whatever. That timing matters. Pay attention whenever people put matters after stuff. That be America's like generational slogan. Remember this slogan? What Obama was running off? Hope. Oh, yes, we can. That was everywhere. Yes, we can sell burgers and diapers. Now with this Black Lives Matter, what you say? What you see now, blue matters, burgers matter. Look, everything is sloganized, y'all. But that's some deeper propaganda type bullshit. I ain't gonna even get into it. Let's continue.
Matters when we are going to strike right in these situations.
Absolutely.
There was a moment when there were 50,000 million people running for the Democratic nomination, right? And it could, and obviously we didn't have a challenger for Trump, right. but there was a moment when there was all of these Democrats, 10 to 15 different Democrats on the stage, and they ranged from
you are witnessing the Rebel
people
Network
who were extremely liberal. There were people
we
who
don't care. Get to the point.
Could do in the past. Right. So when I think about somebody like what's my brother? The Latino brother. I can't get his name.
Look here, she just bouncing around with a little bullshit, trying to talk around and get this interview passed, y'all. But just to summarize everything, they need funding to keep supporting Black people outside of the tax dollars that you send that's supposed to support them. You dig? Outside of that, she made none but excuses for Joe Biden. He's so old. He realizing the power that he don't have. And she exposed all the little puppets, you did. She said when they seem to go to the White House and waver on the reasons that you sent them there, that's because they don't have no funding from you. Because you got to become a lobbyist in order for your government to support your community. You have to become a lobbyist. Do any Asians become lobbyists, y'all, to get that bill signed? Did Latinos become lobbyists to get help at the border? But you, Black person, first of all, you got to vote. You got to play the game. Less of two evils. That way you're a conspirator, a co-conspirator of evil. Then when you get the evil person in the office, then you got to sit up there and become a lobbyist just to persuade that person to do anything for you. Do that make sense, people? Now watch how crazy shit really get in a minute, though. Remember, I'm playing this straight through, so you can't see I chopped it up and put words in her mouth.
It won't come to me right now. Oh Lord!
Come on,
you guys. Castro. What's his first name?
I don't care about none of that.
So when we see people like him, who was out there saying in qualified immunity, he was talking about.
She said in qualified community. So y'all, we must be in qualified community. We ain't even qualified. What she said? In qualified community. What the hell?
Hold on. It will come to me.
Y'all heard that?
When we see people like him, who was out there saying in qualified immunity, he was talking about demilitarizing police. We had many different voices, and in each pocket, I believe that had we put our demands and our power on the table at that moment, we could have pushed people to lean even further.
So what is she talking about? That's what we was doing, people. Talking about we could have did this at this time. We could have moved as one. Y'all know what we were saying before the election? Let's show them that we are evacuating from the political generational scam of voting. That's what we were saying. Don't vote. Show them with your absence. So what is she talking about after the fact? You sitting up here talking about, oh, we need to we could have just came together. We need to come together as one voice because all of these voices was talking. We could have just did this. That's what we was doing when you was parading around for Biden saying, give him a chance. Biden gonna do this. Don't worry about the crime bills and shit that locked all your people up. Don't worry about how Kamala attacked your mama and sent your mama to jail. Don't worry about none of that. We got to get that evil dude out because we frightened of Trump. We scared. Remember that? We was the ones on YouTube. Don't vote. Both of them people ain't nothing but con artists. The generational scam is up. That's what I was sitting over here doing. I don't know about other people. You understand me? Let's continue, bro.
But what we did instead, too many of us,
what
and I had this conversation with Puff, when we came down to Trump versus Biden, Puff's thing was, he said we need to hold our votes or something.
That's what he said. Ain't no something.
And my position is, my brothers, I love y'all. And I know that everything you're saying is 100% right. There needs to be a demand.
You love them, and everything that they said was 100% right. If every last thing they said was 100% right, why did you tell people to vote? If everything they said was right about Joe Biden and all of his bills against black people, how he sat side by side with segregationists. If all of that is fact, how you still went across America sitting up there influencing people to take part in a generational scam if they 100% correct and you love them? That's because you was trying to get yours. The people who funded you told you to do what they told you to do. That's why. This y'all leader? This the leader? And by the way, New Yorkers, this woman is a police officer. Y'all sitting up there in New York, y'all think she with y'all? Talking about some gun control? What she said, crime prevention? That means gun control. You know why the police don't even support the program that she run? Because they said they don't need precision police. My bad. Precision policing. You know what that means? That means Tamika Mallory and them was up there precision policing, pointing out, oh, that's the certain drug dealer right there. That's the one who got all of this, that, and the third, and giving them people up to the police, talking about gun prevention. Y'all really think they walking up to the biggest drug dealers in New York and saying, you're at risk? How about filling out this job application that you can do at your house or even on your phone in 2021? You really think that's what she's doing? We're pointing out opportunities to at-risk brothers and sisters. We're showing them that you can go and type online because they're so dumb that they don't even have a computer. They probably don't even own a computer, the dumb Negro. No, what she doing is pointing people out specifically. Y'all better watch yourself walking around Tamika Mallory in your community. She's straight telling on you. Y'all better look her up. Why wouldn't the police support her? Come on now. I know the dirt, me.
And we need to be standing behind that demand. But we cannot wait until we literally have no options, because
that's what she made y'all do. She made people vote for that clown Joe Biden, and now we have no options, y'all. You have no options, and I'm stuck in it because a stupid decision you made. Gonna sit up there and vote for somebody like that because you so frightened and scared and won't play the game and all of that crap.
That's what we were working with. In the end, you were dealing with somebody who I believe to be terrorist number one up against another white man who is extremely dangerous too, but I didn't see them.
She said one of them was terrorist. Y'all hear what y'all options was? People who she influenced. She influenced you to vote for terrorist number one, and the other person is extremely dangerous. Another extremely dangerous white man. Y'all know I get the messing up my words when I'm angry. But you heard the options. This is the first time this sunk into me. She went around the country telling people to either vote for terrorist number one, y'all, or extremely dangerous white man. This ain't me. She said it. She said it. But y'all don't got love for Block Talk News.
Putting together my
Come on, man.
I actually do. We use the same tactics of trolling people online.
Get back to that
voting for the Democrats.
Oh, so no. Y'all gonna get back to that.
Automatically assume that it's segregation.
My bad, y'all.
Have the white
to strike, right? In Democrats, 10 to 15
My bad, y'all.
Different Democrats on the stage.
Y'all know what I'm looking for.
Our brother Castro, and like I said, it will come.
We was past this. My bad.
Or something to that. And my position is, my brothers, I love y'all. And I know that everything you're saying is 100% right. There needs to be a demand. And we need to be standing behind that
inform people not to do anything.
Until we literally had no options. Because that's what we were working with. In the end,
here you go the options. She influenced you to vote for these options, y'all. My bad that it took so long to skim to this part. But she influenced brothers and sisters, our elders and young people, to vote for these options that she about to reveal.
We're dealing with somebody who I believe to be terrorist number one up against another white man who is extremely dangerous too, but I didn't see them as being exactly the same.
They don't have to be the same, y'all. One of them a terrorist, according to you, and the other one extremely dangerous. First of all, that's one and the same to me. Because a terrorist is extremely dangerous. Both of them extremely dangerous by default. But she went across the country telling you to vote for one of them. Because you so frightened by one of them while you're listening to all of this gangster music. You're frightened of one of them, you dig? And the other one, he just extremely dangerous. But he a part of the ones that fund me. Because let's not forget, y'all, she been begging for funding throughout this whole thing. You did. And even at one point of the interviewer, brother King Cam, he gonna say that they need funding for planes and stuff like that. You know, we be stopping, airport to airport. See, you got to become a lobbyist now and pay for these people plane rides and their wardrobe and everything, like the lobbyists do, like Big Tobacco and them do, like Big Beer and them do, which is why that's legal and this, that, and the third. You see? Maybe you do see. Let's continue.
And so we're put in a situation where the lesson that I believe we have learned is that we shouldn't stop the demand. We should not stop organizing. We don't say
we didn't stop.
Ice Cube, he didn't do, we don't need what he. No, we need what he's talking about. But we need to ramp up the fight and the conversation right now to get ready. Number one, we can absolutely push this administration if we come to.
Look, y'all, she on that crap. Don't ever fall for that unity stuff. And I won't be clear about this. We don't need unity. That's another. Why would I want unity with people who don't even think like me? People like her who want to talk with the opposition. An opposition that we know all too well, who will do anything to deceive you. They'll break treaties and everything, bruh. These people be having proxy wars in countries, destabilizing governments, and she be wanting to work with them, have relationships with them. We already played the Nazi tape. The dude Hitler said he admired Ford, the people she done a commercial for, the Cadillac people. The dude Hitler said he admired Ford, had a big picture of Ford on his wall. He said he the last dude not controlled by them damn Jews, you heard me? He even built engines, y'all, to kill American soldiers. Because remember, she was so outraged by Trump COVID response, not all the black deaths and these judges letting everybody off free and the DA letting everybody off free. None of that, you dig? All people taking people to Burger King after they murder 7 elderly women and shit. She ain't outraged by that. She outraged by the Democratic talking point. COVID, get out of here. I don't even like saying that because, they probably flagging it further because I already know they shadow banning me. But let's continue because we inevitable no matter what they do.
Together with a force like those of us who are engaged during elections, that is the biggest problem that I am constantly fighting with Black folks and trying to push.
Look who she be fighting, y'all. Black people. Yeah, you fighting Black people. You fighting against the ones who said don't vote. Let's all come together and not vote. Remember, she said timing was perfect. That was the time to not vote. But you wanted to play one more game with them to vote between terrorist number one and extremely dangerous white man, as you called the other one. That's what you influenced my people to. Come on, man. Let's continue. You are witnessing the Rebel Network.
People to understand it is between elections that is most important. So the energy,
not before she said it's between elections, which means after you elected somebody. Wow. I thought it was before the election, y'all, when they come begging for your vote, when they come saying, you know what do you need, Black community? Oh, we're gonna do this. What do you need, Asians? I thought that was the time. That was the time to unionize. She said in between, after you done gave away your vote for nothing. Then after in between that, you can just take notes with her and be like, yep, I should have never voted for him. Why did I vote for extremely dangerous? I knew I should have picked terrorists. Damn, why didn't I get terrorist number one? You see what she wants you to do? Come on, y'all. Logically now. Thank you for the likes.
That we approach elections with.
Come on,
if
now.
we have that same energy today, right now, in this moment, that is how we organize to do two things. One, to push the administration because we can force them. We can force them to the table if we do not allow them to break us up in silos where different parts of our communities are happy with certain things that we're able to accomplish.
You know what that means? Different parts of our community, meaning us who said we're going to, evacuate from this system. And people like her who satisfied with any little bone that get thrown to him. She the type who get, Chauvin just not got convicted. Oh! She one of them. Any little bone you toss him. Oh, a Black man is playing baseball. Ah! And forget about all of their little problems. She one of them type. And we the ones who said no. It's time that we eject ourselves from these people's system of oppression totally. You did? That's who she talking about. Listen, y'all.
If we do not allow them to break us up in silos where different parts of our communities are happy with certain things that we're able to accomplish, and just because we got a job or because Kamala Harris got, to be vice president, if we come together.
You heard her? She just named everything that she was comfortable with, y'all. That's how you know that I speak all facts here. She proceeded to give all the reasons why she was satisfied, y'all. We can't just be satisfied because Kamala was in there. You heard her? She just gave you the reasons. See? I'm just in these people's head. I'm connected to this crap.
Are happy with certain
the
things
stuff she happy with, y'all.
To accomplish, and just because we got a job or because
she got a job,
Harris got,
because Kamala Harris.
If we come together and say all of that is cool, but that's what you're supposed to be doing, but we want points 1, 2, and 3 to be handled, and we're going to demand it to the point. And I see people in the chat that's talking about, Julian Castro.
Castro. Right.
Julian Castro. But I see people in the chat that's talking about boycotts and other things that I think.
No. See, whenever you hear the word boycott, that's another red flag. Civil rights, that's another strategy for them people. That's boycott. So Black people, another summary, y'all. Tamika Mallory already went across the nation trying to get you to vote for terrorist number one, an extremely dangerous white dude. Now she wants you to boycott corporations just so you can reach extremely dangerous white dude after you elected extremely dangerous white dude. Do y'all hear this woman? Do you hear her, or is it just me? The hater, or she got money and all of that stupidness. He hating against the women. It's a beta and all of that crap that keep you asleep.
Are most effective.
Listen, y'all.
Julian Castro. Right.
Julian Castro. But I see people in the chat that's talking about boycotts and other things that I think are most effective. If we want to see that policy is changed right now as it relates to Black America, the main thing that I believe we have to do is strike corporations, because corporations are the ones that will speak to Joe Biden and say, whatever it is that the Black people need, you need to get it done quickly, because these corporations cannot take another hit. They do not, the lobbyists and the main families,
Do y'all hear this woman? So she told you to vote for the president because he was going to get everything done. Now she telling you either you become a lobbyist and pay people like her to stay loyal to you. You got to pay them. You got to pay her and other Black politicians to stay loyal to you. And on top of that, you got to boycott corporations so they can go talk to the president. Because you voted him in, but you got to go through a third party to even talk to him, to even get things done. Are you hearing this, woman? Now let's apply that logic. Boycott. Essentially, didn't we tell you to boycott the generational scam of voting? We told you to boycott that, huh? I guess because we ain't used the Martin Luther King word of boycott, nobody wanted to get on board though, huh? Boycott, when you could have withheld your vote instead of withholding your money. If you would have withheld your vote, think about the effect that would have had on this world to see that Black people totally evacuated from the American generational curse of scam. The American generational scam, y'all. Think about the impact of that. Boy, Black people that came together and said, man, we ain't voting for none of them people. Think about that effect, bruh. But now she wants you to withhold your money so you can go through a third party to even reach the dude that you elected to do something for you. The one that she convinced you to vote for at that. You got to go through corporations, y'all. And some people get fooled by the language she said. Talking about, and he going to tell them corporations this, and the corporations going to say, whatever, you got to get these Black people, give it to them, just to hype you up. You all hyped up. You heard her? She said, whatever these Black people want, give it to them. And you all, get out of here. That's how dumb she think you is. If you're in New York and any gun control stuff, popping off and you going to jail, it was her. It was her.
Disney's and the Walmart family and all of them. Those people really control what is happening with politics in this country. And at the point that we look and say we're no longer going to buy things from Amazon, we're no longer going to continue to go to Walmart and support these different mega.
And that's how she gets you to point the finger at yourself. That's how she gets you to get back to blaming you. See, y'all need to stop spending money with them. Stop doing this with them. Stop doing that with them. You hear? That's the way they get you to point the finger back at yourself. Now, you voted. You got Biden in there. He got to be doing something. Now it's what you need to be doing. Y'all need to stop buying from Amazon now. Remember that 1.4 trillion? Oh, because we supposed to fund you just to keep your loyalty. Our supposed media, which is the media heads like Roland Martin, them who talking against us. She want us to pay them so they can remain loyal. Or the politicians like Obama. We got to fund all of them so they can remain loyal. Remember what she said at the beginning of this interview? The beginning of my video of this interview? They need funding. And when they funding begin to waver, that's when you see them waver on Black issues. That's what she said, bro. Come on, man. $1.4 trillion, she said. We got to come out of our pocket to fund her plane rides in her wardrobe because our tax dollars don't go to elected officials, y'all. It don't go to community programs, huh? Let's continue, bro.
Together my 4-letter words that I want to say to somebody who comes on there to try to, talk dirty to me. I want to talk dirty back, but I need to make sure I'm not wasting my time.
Right.
And I click profiles and see that people have one follower. Zero.
You know what she's saying? That Black people too stupid to understand what a troll is, y'all. And by the way, Black people, if you still not outraged by people like her, she think you too stupid to understand what a troll is or to find a troll. She also think that you so stupid that you can just be influenced by any troll. Any troll, because you don't know how to do critical thinking. Black people too stupid to pick out a troll. Do you hear what this woman saying? If they have one picture, you know, like you a dummy. If they have one picture, I'm not even gonna respond. Shout out to Miss Monet. Shout out to LT Fly, you dig? Shout out to everybody who up in here, bro. Game awarded. Shout out to you dig? I'm just caught up with this right now. You are witness to the Rebel Network. Let's continue because I got out of the way.
Pictures. Yep. Certain things, bots, right? Or
look,
their
you
pictures,
too dumb.
You look at them and tell it's not a real life, it's not a real family. You know that these are trolls. And there were many of them that took the words of a grieving mother and used it as an opportunity to swarm my socials and other things with this, you know, with this critique, if you will, right? And I said,
she talking about how they've been getting all of that money from Black Lives Matter, and they never give no money to none of the families. How they pocket all of that money, ain't built a community center or nothing. But people like Tamika still got time to be on stages with Cardi, who be drugging men, and she still got time to be working with Cadillac, who are Nazi collaborators, though, huh? Wow. Let's continue, y'all. Because remember, you too stupid to not be influenced by a troll. I guess whatever post Black people see, oh, that's true. Oh, that's true. And when she talk about the information that the trolls give, it's 100% correct information. So even if it is a troll, it's a fact that can be researched and found as a fact. What troll? Clown?
I don't know Miss Rice at all. I've never met her. I don't know her. But what I learned quickly as I began
shout out to Miss Monet for the
what's happening was that a group of individuals were supporting her. So, and which is fine because we all need support. And as I began to study their social media accounts and their previous commentary, and even the commentary that they were using to talk about me, I recognize that these are people that we are on very far spectrums of the ideological.
She talking about people like us, the ones she basically against. Let's continue.
Universe, right? Like in terms of, so we would probably not be in the same organization, although we could be in the same room meeting.
No, we
could have conversation, we could have dialogue.
No, we can't have dialogue. See, me over here, we don't have dialogue with traders over here. I take this really serious. I don't have dialogue with traders. You helping these people get away with murdering our brothers and sisters. I don't have no words for you. No, I don't have no negotiations for you. You know how you said you don't want to be a politician because you got to waiver and negotiate. No, I don't want to negotiate with you. You a trader. That's why I make these videos. Whoever name it is, this is on record. Your tradership is on record. God damn it. Them people teach Benedict Arnold. They teach about they traders. So God damn it, we gonna teach and expose ours.
We can work together on some projects. But we don't see the path towards victory as being exactly the same, right? For our communities. So I began to read that and I saw what was going on. And the vitriol coming from
she attacked
those individuals and others from there was very strong. I'm trying to be very careful with, again, how I.
She acting like she was just attacked. But see how she talking right now? That's not how she always talk. Because when she responding to these so-called troll accounts, that's how she responding, like the real Tamika Mallory. When she thinks she talking to Black people, because you never see them go off on them Republicans. You'll go on them shows, Tommy Lauren and them will tell them off. Well, Black Lives Matter isn't anything. She'll be sitting there. Well, I disagree and remaining punctual as possible. But look how she thinks she could talk to Miss Vicky Dillard and them. You dig? Listen to this. How she really talk to Black people who on a different ideological scale from her. You dig? This how she talk to you. Yeah,
Somebody. I don't want to. That's why. Because I don't like them. I don't have to talk to them. They don't mean shit to me. And I'm
that's
not
her.
doing
That's your man.
what you're asking me to do. So that's it. So you don't gotta ask me no more why I blocked this one, why I won't talk to this one, why I won't debate this one, why I don't, because I said no. Because it's my life and I have the right to decide who I want to talk to. And I don't want to talk to them. And I don't have to like them. And that's it.
That's your man.
And that's it. So
you know who she talking to? Who gonna check her, boo?
Who gonna check me? Who gonna tell me I gotta talk
Look
to somebody?
at her. That's her. That's your man's, New Yorkers. That's your man's. That's your man's right there. That's how she talk about black people who she disagree with. But them Republicans don't never go hard on them. Her, Amanda Seals, Roland Martin, none of them. They don't be balking saying, who y'all think y'all is, the way they talk to you. You ever seen David Banner, that clown? I noticed he fell back. You don't see him crawling around no more with that crap, huh? You notice he fell back. Do you ever see him on Fox News saying, well, y'all Republicans out here wrong, y'all down bad, who the hell? Nah, but when they come at you, who the hell you think you is? I can block whoever I want, and y'all ain't gonna do shit to me. Y'all heard her? You heard her? This her words. That's how she talk.
I gotta talk to somebody.
I ain't got to do nothing.
I don't want to.
Look at her.
Because I don't like them. I don't have to talk to them. They don't mean shit to me, and I'm not doing any of
to Miss Vicky Dillard.
So that's it. So you don't gotta ask me no more why I block.
She talking to Miss Vicky Dillard, y'all. A woman who really she is really nice to people. She don't go in how I go in, but she goes in. She do it in a very loving way. You dig? And sometimes she do get spicy. Y'all should check out though. Anyway. But me, I'm going to go in on you because she thinks she could talk to that woman like that. And then she going to walk out there and do a women's march with all of them white women who ain't nowhere to be found when our brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers and all of that is dying in these streets by these goddamn race soldiers. You understand me? But she could talk to us any kind of way. When it come to us, they talk any kind of way. But when she doing that commercial for Hitler, doing a commercial for Cadillac, though, Nazi collaborators. Look, just in case y'all ain't heard that.
In 1931, the rising German political figure Adolf Hitler gave an interview to a Detroit News reporter who noticed that Hitler had a large portrait of Henry Ford in his office. Hitler said, "I regard Henry Ford as my inspiration." Hitler also wrote about Ford in his racist screed Mein Kampf, saying that Ford was the only person in America not controlled by Jews. Only a single great man, Ford, to their fury, still maintains full independence. In 1938, 4 months after Hitler annexed Austria, Henry Ford accepted the highest medal Germany could give a foreigner in honor of his service to the Reich. Under Ford, the Ford Motor Company continued doing business with Nazi Germany throughout the war, with their European factories helping build the engines of war the Nazis used to fight American soldiers.
Do you hear that? They built the engines to fight American soldiers. But that's why she's sitting up there telling you, don't tell us who we could work with and stuff or who we could have relationships with because I need that Cadillac Ford money. That Nazi collaborator money. That's what she trying to get. Do y'all want to continue with this woman's stupid little... Bruh, these people just exposed themselves to me, y'all. They really do. Let's go a little further.
Words because I know that what I say, it matters. It may have been with being a leader,
I'm gonna stop that right there. But y'all, she went on to even say that black people not even ready to form their own political party. That's because she want to keep you under the breast of the Democrats, you dig? Talking about we should create our party that's a party in development, y'all. A party in development, meaning she wants you to become a subsidiary of the Democratic Party, y'all. Ain't that a shame? Not like the Tea Party at all. Well, yeah, exactly like the Tea Party, them. A subsidiary of a party. Come on, y'all. These people are not your leaders. This ain't me just doing this because I have a problem with this woman or she a woman or her pockets, this, that, and the third, or I'm a tough guy or I'm talking loud. This is actually just how I talk. God damn it. But these people have to be exposed. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna speak to power whispering, you did. Tamika Mallory, she was working with them now. That ain't how I get down, y'all. So if you ain't feeling that, then shit, I ain't feeling you. And you can exit. You understand me? For all the new subscribers you did, shout out to you. I hope you feeling BTN right now. I see the little influx right quick, you did. But I've been wanting to do this video, y'all. Got a little sick, blah, blah, blah. And it's the first time I had enough energy to do it. And now it's getting hot as hell in this room. I hope y'all enjoyed this here, you dig. Shout out to Sensory Pictures. Once again, y'all holler at me. Once again, y'all holler at me.